Hi, this is Kevin Trainer, and welcome to my tutorial on how to set up your SOIS web account. This is being recorded in the fall of 2016 for my senior capstone classes, but I expect I'm going to reuse it. Okay, uh, let's just get started. As part of SOIS, we're all entitled to a SOIS web account. So let's go find out about those. So I'm going to open up the Edge browser here in Windows 10, and I'm going to go to our website, um, which I think is sois.uwm.edu. Let's try that. Yep, there it is. Take my caps off. And if I look at resources, I see there's a page for IT department resources, and that's where the stuff about our web accounts is. So let me open that up. And the kind of accounts I'm talking about are called student web space. So we're going to open up that. And one of the things that we're going to find out is in today's environment at SOIS, if you haven't worked with your web account this semester, it's probably not there anymore because they were wiped out over the summer of 2016, and that's going to be a fairly regular practice in the future. So we're going to want to keep backups of things that we put on that account on our PC, for instance, or in version control. Actually, it's version control that we're going to be using in my senior capstone class, and we're going to be using it with the student web space. So if you don't have a web space already, you have to request one, and there's a link here for it. And you just type in your SOIS ID. Mine is Trainer K, and you submit. And it's going to come back and ask for your ePanther password. So I'm going to put mine in. Okay. And it's going to ask me to create a password. So we don't automatically get the same password as our ePanther password. And in fact, I'm going to be using a different one from my ePanther password. Just one that's easy for me to remember. Okay, and submit. And here's a really nice introduction to our cPanel account, as they call it. So our web account has a number of manifestations that we can use to access it, and I'm going to demonstrate some of them here. So one of the things that we do is we can simply access the account in the browser, and our URL is ourid.uwmsois.com, and they have a link here for that. So I'm just going to click on that. And what you see here is kind of what you get when you don't have anything at all. You don't really have too much of anything in the account. Okay. Okay. So this is a list of the files that I have on my account. There are directories that I'm not seeing at this point. Okay, and we'll get a look at those directories in a couple of minutes. All right. All right. Now, let's see. I have my account. I've looked at this. What else could I do? Well, I could log in with the to the cPanel interface. Okay, and how are we going to do that? Well, there's a link for that too. There's one right down here. It's at uwmsois.com/cpanel. So why don't we go to that? And they're going to want to know your username, your SOIS username. And you're going to want to know the password that you just set up. I'm going to put that in. Hopefully I remembered it. It didn't like that, so perhaps I mistyped it. Let's try that. And it liked that. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that you can do in your account. What we're going to be doing in my senior capstone class is we're going to be using the HTTP server function, the web server function. So to do that, what we're going to need is we're going to need to get our website files into the right directory. Now, to really see all the files in a directory, we can click up on this File Manager application. And here we begin to see the directory structure under my ID. So this is a Linux machine, and my home directory has the same name as my user ID. So it's located at /home/trainerk. And there are some directories underneath it. There's an etc., a mail, a public FTP, a public HTML. What's good to know about the public HTML is that's the place where I can put my websites. Okay, I can plop them into the public HTML directory. Okay, and right now I don't have anything in there at all. And then there's a temp directory. Okay, so what people are going to be doing in my class is we're going to be putting our content into the public HTML directory. Now, we're going to be doing it in a different way than you may have done it in other classes. In other classes, you may have used the FTP application. And in our class, we're going to be using the SSH application to do it because we're going to need to log into our account and give our password and actually navigate a bit at the Unix command line and run some command things to get ready to go with the Git version control system on our account. Okay, so that's about it for this tour. Okay, this is how to get an account, and this is how to tour your account. And I'm going to wrap up here, and I'm going to say bye until next time. Bye-bye.